Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will learn how to prevent few of events. So I have explained about the keyboard events, mouse events, as well as I have explained about the input events in my previous videos. Please watch that before continuing this. Let me quickly jump into Visual Studio Code. So here, let me clear all the previous input fields and let me write one input field where I want to use some key events on that, and let me give something like a placeholder where it has username, and then let me use on key down. There is some event called as on key down, and whenever the user enters something on this particular username, I don't want to enter the username with spaces, so I want to restrict that particular space, and based on that we need to prevent this particular event in my input field. So let me use no space event. So this is my event handler, and let me pass event to this and copy this no space event. Go to your JS and let me remove previous functions and create a new function which will accept this event, and console.log of event. So save this and go to HTML, save this. Go to the browser and let me use inspect reload, and we got the username, and whenever the user enters H, there is an event which is triggered here, and if you see there is something called as a code, and there will be something called as key code. Key code is nothing but whatever the key we are pressing, that particular key will be giving you the key code. Let's find the key code for space. So let me give a space here, and this is a space, and if you go to the key code, it is something like a 32. 32 is the key code. Whenever the user hits on 32, that should not be triggered for us. So how can we do that? So for that case, what just we can write is, let's check whether this event is cancelable or not. So there is something called as cancelable property. Cancelable property. So this will give you whether that event can be cancelled or not. All the events will not be used for preventing such events. We can prevent only few of the events which are cancelable. So let's check that cancelable property. Let me reload and hit H. It is something like an undefined. I feel like this there is some spelling mistake on this. So cancelable. Let me remove this, save this, go here and let me reload, give some space, and if you hit this, there is something called as cancelable. I gave double L previously. So Control Z and paste this, save here. So now it is cancelable or not, we will get to know. Actually speaking, it is true by default, where it is something like a keyboard down. So whenever I reload this and enter something H, it is returning true, and whenever I give space, it is returning truth. So these events can be cancelled. How to cancel this? We know already the key code. So go here and write if my event dot key code is equivalent to 32, that is space, then I don't want to go forward, or I don't want to enter that particular key value inside my input field. For that sake, we can use event dot prevent default. So we are preventing the default behavior of that key down event. Let me save this and go here. Let me reload and now give something like H some value and space. You are not able to enter the space. I can enter the dot, I can enter some value, but I'm not able to enter the space. So to make it more clear, let me remove this cancelable so that you can see whatever I'm typing on my keyboard. So let me reload and here H. So you can see the key as H, and let me give A, the key as A, and let me give space. So if you see here, I'm hitting a space on my keyboard, and this key code is 32, and I'm not able to see any of the space here. Let me give V triggered and space not triggered. So that is how you can handle your, you can prevent your default behavior on some conditional basis. If you are preventing this without a condition, then whole events will never be triggered on your UI. For example, if I remove this condition, then that key down will completely prevented, and no variables or the no values will be entered on this particular input field. So if I type anything, it is not triggered on this UI. So let's try the same thing with key up. Instead of key down, let me use a key up and save this. Go here. Let me reload and try to enter the values. Why it is working? Because we are preventing the default behavior of key up. Whenever the key up is triggered, or whenever we are releasing that particular key, it will call a callback function called as key up event handlers. And whenever it is calling an event handlers, before calling the event handler itself, that particular letter is already on our UI. So let me hit space. Even the space is getting invoked. Why? Because the space event will be triggered after releasing the key. When we release the key, the values already will be rendered on your UI. Actually speaking, we are preventing them, but even though if we are preventing that, the values will be already rendered on your UI because we are releasing that key. So always use the prevent default on your key down if you want to restrict any of the keys on your UI. So that is how you can use prevent default, which will prevent your default behavior of a particular event. And also, I want to let you know about TechZet. TechZet is a platform on Medium where you can learn all the backend stuff. Mainly, it is focused on the Adobe Experience Management, Magento, as well as OSGI, along with the basics of Java. And you can see the Sling framework completely. So just have a click on the link below in the description and have a look on this Medium blog. If you like, please like, share, follow Media Blog. Hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.